I think there can be a real negativity towards social media, and I get it. I get why that is. That you've got a business which is very much based on relationships with people and people by people and word of mouth and all that kind of stuff. But there's no doubt in my mind that social media is probably the future of what you're going to be doing with your business for marketing. Maybe you don't see that now, but in 5, 10, 15 years' time, it's going to be massively important. And really, social media is here now and it's here to stay. So it's worthwhile getting stuck in on it. And what that means is you've got to become more au fait and more familiar with the different social media platforms out there. Now, when I first started talking about this stuff, I would say to people, just be everywhere. Get on every social platform and start posting, start creating content. But the reality is that as a busy business owner, you just can't do that. So my thoughts have mellowed and changed a little bit. And while I still think that you need to be present on the majority of social media platforms, I think you can choose where you want to be active. And there's a number of things which will help you to choose that activity, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But what I would suggest you have is you pretty much go on the majority of social media platforms and set up a space, put your business there, put the details in, the things we call the NAP, the name, address and phone number. Make sure that your details are there so that if people find you, they can contact you, get an appointment, find out more information and all of that kind of stuff. Once you have that down, it means you've got multiple places across the web which all link together with the same information. And that's really useful because then it helps to get your search engine optimization up to speed. It means that when Google does a search or when people do a search for you on Google, they're finding your information in multiple places, which means that it's more reliable. It means that if it's in multiple places and it's the same, Google trusts that data more and bumps you up the search results. And I mean, that's all well and good. But how do you pick the social media channels that you want to spend time working on? The channels that you want to actually create content for? Well, there's a few simple rules which I would suggest you follow. The first rule is know who your ideal client is and know whereabouts they play. So for example, if you have clients that use Facebook, you need to be on Facebook. If you have clients who are on Instagram, you need to be on Instagram. If you have clients on both, you kind of need to be on both. But make sure that you know who your ideal client is and what social media channels they use, because then you can focus on that channel. The second thing is to know the kind of content that you like to produce. I mean, we're very lucky in that video like this can be used across a multitude of different platforms. So you can use it on Instagram and Google My Business and Facebook and Twitter. It can be used absolutely everywhere. But if you have a real worry or concern about doing video and doing what I'm doing now, standing up and talking to a camera, then you need to be looking at other ways in which you can do it instead. And that could be long form copy, so looking at blog posts or long written posts. It could be shorter copy, so things which, like Twitter. It could be that actually you're more of a visual person, in which case something like Facebook or Instagram is going to work better for you. But if you know what you enjoy communicating with, that makes it much easier to pick the social media channels that you want to go and play on. The third thing is to make sure you've got a really, really good metric to measure the effectiveness of these. I mean, it's no good you shoving out a load of content on one social media channel and not getting any return for it. It's got to give you something in return, whether that is more likes and more engagement, whether that's more followers, or whether actually that is more patients coming to your practice and coming into your business. Because if you know what you're measuring and the social media channel you're on is actually giving you the outcome you want, then you're in a really, really good place. The fourth thing is really, wherever you go, make sure that you are consistent. It's absolutely pointless being on a social media channel and posting once in a blue moon, because people like consistency. They like to see you turn up on a regular basis and do your thing. If you're not doing that And if you can't commit to doing that, then that's going to be an issue. And one of the things I would suggest is if you can't do that, if you can't turn up on a regular basis, it's either time to find somebody within your business who can do that for you, or have a chat with somebody outside of your business who can help you do that. Look, I'm a massive fan of social media. In fact, you're probably watching this video somewhere across one of my social media channels, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. Social media is really important for your business, and I can't state this. It is the new version of word of mouth, because social media is where people will come along and they will engage with your content, they will engage with your education, they will get value from what you do, and they will give you testimonials and reviews to give you that third party, that patient or client experience of what it's like to work with you. And that will be sat on your social media channel for other people to see. So it's really important that you get yourself onto social media. How you want to play on it is entirely up to you. But get yourself on those social media channels and kind of claim your place now.